Alright, so we got Libras. Here are the messages for February 2026. I'm not going to recap any messages. Thankfully, I don't remember them. I'm not going to check the journal to see. But anyway, you already know my messages are supposed to get you prepared for what you're going to go through and what your emotions will be battling or wrestling with. So I'm giving you a cheat code through my messages. And all you have to do is either remember it or write it down. Sum it up, write it down to help yourself see it in your month. Then you'll be able to ace your month. So Black Nerd Tarot on this channel, that's what we do, keeps you present so you can see when your goodies are manifesting, forming right in front of you, and you stay present to make sure they stay forming, till they're solid and real in your life. So you deserve to be able to watch your greatness form in front of you, great opportunities form in front of you, and you not fumble them. So here's your challenge. Your present energy challenge. All right. Got detail number 1, number 2, number 3. Yes. Beautiful. What's affecting you? How people see you. Here is the mentality available. And then the outcome. Beautiful. Right across Aries. That's great. Best outcome. So I can really just speak on this. I may not have to clarify nothing. You are owning yourself, owning who you are, owning what you are, where you're at, but you're still moving forward. The Emperor is a great outcome because you're taking yourself seriously, you're taking your path seriously, taking your life seriously. Yeah, mentality available. It's really the only thing that would stop you from taking yourself seriously is worrying about how you look. Anything relating back to how you feel about yourself is always going to take away your thunder, take away your momentum, take away your belief in yourself. So, and those are not true observations. And then if you're feeling this way about another person, it's wasting your thought energy, your focus. Reflecting back to you, you still, feel like you made a bad decision. So watch out for this. Could also be like what you feel about the goodies in your life. Main thing you got to remember is we all say we got faith, and then a little external event, a little thought we have in our head rips away all this belief in our futures, belief in our lives getting better. It's irritating, but let's leave it at that, Yeah, you see, you're in this predicament. How you feel about yourself, how you feel about your life. Still have to keep that promise you made, or you believe and was made, whatever greatness you want to see out. Promise as in whatever outcome you want to see. Belief, what you're deserving of, or promise, right? A lot of people say they know they have greatness, especially when it comes to religion. Oh, God has this for me, and then you hear how they talk about others in their predicaments. Not so believing. If God has greatness coming to you, then this being has greatness coming to these other people. So said in Gemini's video, give everyone a clean slate. Every second of the day, you will be triggered to see others as worse or not making sense or off their path, but at least do yourself a favor, do your emotions a favor, because when we speak like this about others, we're actually creating a gum of negativity that's stuck to us, you know, and the gum shouldn't go anywhere. This negativity gum does not need to be put on anyone, because it's even stronger when it comes from you. It's really sticking to you more than anything. So so my readings are different now. It's about what you'll be tackling, and taking yourself serious is the answer to this month. So you will have, energy trying to, Leo energy wanting to come back, a low vibrational reminders wanting to tell you to your face you're off, or what you're doing isn't making sense. And the good thing is you don't have to act on these things. You don't have to even say much about this. Just keep taking yourself seriously. So taking yourself seriously is a silent act that leads to big actions, big outward changes. So any unnecessary feeling of I'm not in the right path, I'm screwing up, what am I doing? Even me posting these videos, mess myself up looking at the metrics, looking at the views, looking at how people are being received. And I need to be happy that I've gotten the progress I've gotten, and I've seen for myself the results. So I gotta respect my reality, and I know that I don't have a right to allow this, to keep me stuck. I should only be, and it's a beauty because it's always a test to see how you feel about yourself when this comes up. Do you still allow yourself to feel the same way that isn't valid anymore? So watch out for this sign coming back up. If not a Leo, then it's this feeling that you are not worthy, you don't deserve it because you're not fitting the mold. You're not having the traditional symbols. You don't have the same, the same success as this person. So it's embarrassing how simple it really is at this point. The more I read, it's like your emotions are going to attack you here. Allow yourself to be in this state. You're going to have to keep building when it feels like this, when you feel like this completely, when you feel like, who you are is down bad, or just not fitting the mold, or not seeing the results that will communicate to others you are a serious person, you are worth being taken serious. That's all I can really say for this reading. I'm glad the best outcome is very clear. This helps you keep clarity with your emotions. Accepting, something will look unorthodox, but you don't have to put your emotional effort towards figuring it out, or towards having to make space to honor it as a valid, true part of your life. That's the gum trying to get you stuck again. So sum up the message. You're focusing on the new here. Yes, the residue old has to be here to test you, to make sure you still take yourself serious enough to silently affirm, yes, this is part of my reality, but I have a stronger understanding of myself now, to where that information is truly old, outdated information. You have to let this information in your face be out. It's outdated. Who I was when you were there, whoever this person was, whatever the situation is, it's outdated. Simple. So as long as you keep your emotions clear about you are trusting in affirming this clear view of yourself, this more clearer understanding about yourself, then this is good, because this means you're taking yourself seriously, having victory, victory due to that, through these circumstances. The greatest example is what I'm going through in my life. Sum it up, I'm 31. I don't use editing for my videos. My content's very simple. You know, with tarot reading content, you really like when you get the likes and views and subscribes, the big numbers, because it means it's another thing validating, you know, your messages are clear. People understand your message and it's giving them what they need, right? So another way is to know that your messages have been helping you out, and if they help others out, that's great. But as long as the message is still useful to you as well, you know, my situation, it doesn't matter how it looks. And it's actually unnecessary information to even look at that. Like, that has nothing to do with the message and my life, you know, where I'm at now. Trusting the message, that is just unnecessary information. So, there you go. So this helps heal the emotions, not kill the emotions when you remind yourself. We're sticking to the task at hand and what promise I made to myself, the oath I made to myself. You know, greatest example I can use, you know, the messages are powerful. The smoothness and the boringness is actually helping out in ways I really don't need to describe to others, because I know I've seen results. So, as much as I want the results to be the metrics to speak for me, I can speak for myself and go, yeah, it actually does work. So the message isn't really saying too much for this month. I do believe, I hate that I say this, a retrograde, apparently. And all I know is it because I checked this app and I saw that. I didn't really look into where it's at, what planet, what sign it's in, I mean. You know. But all I know is it is going to be a good test, because things from the past do need to come back to see if you still have this oath you kept to yourself, this promise you kept to yourself. Because if old things can shake it up, then it's not solid. You know, things do need to try to shake you up to make sure you still feel, you know, that you still have that belief about yourself, that promise you made to yourself. You know, it's actually a necessary job for things to try to shake you up. Because you wouldn't know how solid you really are. So you need these shakeups. It's easy to have faith when it's smooth. We need to have faith in the shakeups. That's the whole point of it. So later, Libra. I mean, the outcome's very simple. You still take yourself seriously. And that alone is what can even be a messenger for someone else, you know, in their time, to see you take yourself seriously. If they know your rap sheet, if they know what you've been through, they go, if this person can stand tall, I have no excuse. I have no excuse. So we got to take away people's excuse by standing tall in our situation, because we show them even you don't have an excuse to not take yourself seriously. Later, Libra, February 2026, there are the messages.